Hi friends, welcome back to Faith and Arrow Homestead. My name is Jaylee, and yes, we are in front of the fireplace because even though it is the middle of April, it is snowing outside. Thank you, New York. So I've got a little fire going for some ambiance. This is going to be a short video. I'm just here to announce officially my coloring book. So this is a coloring and facts book that I created, and this is the very first actual physical product that's coming out of Faith and Arrow Homestead. I've wanted to do something, have something available for people to purchase if they want to support the channel, and now finally I do. I do also have shirts coming really soon. I'm still in the process of getting all of that lined out, but for now I created a coloring book, and let me tell you guys, this was so hard. This was so hard to do. I made it on Canva. It took me hours and hours and hours. I'll be honest with you, I probably won't ever make enough to adequately pay me for the hours that I put into creating this, but it was my first time and I know better now how to do it because I do have other coloring book ideas, so I want to make more of them, and I'm sure in the future it'll go a lot quicker. I did this through Amazon KDP. I published it through Amazon KDP, so you've probably heard of KDP as a publishing avenue, and you probably have heard about it from kind of a scammy perspective, in that there are people out here just like cranking out low content books, trying to make a lot of money. You hear all of these YouTubers say, oh, I made $700,000 last year with my KDP books. And some of them probably do. That's not what I'm doing here. And I just want to go ahead and say that right off the front, because if you're watching this, if you clicked on this video because it had KDP in the title, this is a homesteading channel, YouTube channel, and this is only one very, very tiny piece of what we do here. This is not a publishing channel. So unless you're interested in homesteading, I would look elsewhere if you're here for KDP content. This was just, I don't know, I got the idea to do the coloring book, probably from God, I imagine. And it just felt right, and it has felt right this entire time. And I felt so good when this came in the mail. So I don't know, it's definitely not exclusively what I'm going to be focusing on, but I wanted to give it a shot. And I do have other ideas. I have other coloring book ideas, and I have a couple other medium to high content book ideas that I would potentially be interested in publishing through KDP. But for now, we're just going to start with this. So let's talk about this itself. So this is a farm animals coloring and facts book. Again, with KDP, you often hear of low content, medium content, or high content books. And that means that a journal would be an example of a low content book. It's just a pretty cover and paper with lines on it that you fill out. There's no real content to it. And then there's medium, and then there's high, which high content are like full written books. I have a camera on my chickens so I can figure out who's eating the eggs. And so somebody's in there laying an egg right now, singing their egg song. So we'll see how that goes. Let me turn that down a little bit. That scared me. I don't remember what I was saying. I wanted to start with a medium content. I didn't want to just throw out a bunch of journals. Amazon is already saturated with people putting out journals. I wanted to do something that was really on brand for me, for what we're doing here on Faith and Arrow Homestead. And I wanted it to be something that actually added value to people, to whoever purchases it. And just so you know, that's how I'm going to approach anything I ever sell, ever, through personally or through Faith and Arrow Homestead. The shirts are not going to just be Faith and Arrow Homestead on a pocket. I want to make sure that they are really good quality shirts, a good quality brand of actual shirt. I've already started designing them, and I'm putting a lot of work and intentionality into them because I really want to deliver you guys value-added products, something that actually brings you joy or serves you in some way. And so this coloring book was no different. I wanted to do something that actually served you. So that's how I had the idea to do a coloring and facts book, because I know a lot of my viewers are also homeschooling their children. So I wanted this to be both fun as well as educational. So if you open it up here, I'll show you the very first page is a fact page for chickens. I'll go ahead and I'm not going to show you the whole book, but I'll give you some sneak peeks. So we start with a facts page for chickens, and it just gives you kind of basic chicken facts that are appropriate. I don't remember what ages I put on the summary for the posting. I think it was like ages like 3 to 12 or something. So like the first line says, a girl chicken is called a hen. A boy chicken is called a rooster. Hens lay eggs that we can eat. One hen can lay over 200 eggs a year. So they're very basic facts that I think a very small child would be able to have some grasp on. And then when you move past the facts page, it takes you to your first coloring page. The coloring pages were what was so difficult. It took me a very, 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 very long time to make these coloring pages. Oh man, I think it'll be quicker the next time I do it, but this first one, I'm talking hours in front of my computer trying to make these pages. And then I did make the pages, like I have the back of each page blank because for two reasons. Because of bleed through, and I will say that this paper that I chose through Amazon is very cheap paper. Like you can see through to the other side really easily. And so I wanted to make sure that if you had a kid coloring with like pens or markers, that it wasn't going to bleed through. The other reason is because when I was a kid and I was coloring with coloring books, I was always going to the very back. This is the very last page. This is the very, very back of the book. And I was always coloring on the back of the book because I wanted blank paper. I wanted something blank so that I could continue my imagination. You know, I've got inspiration from the content of the coloring book. I want to try to draw my own thing. Or sometimes I would try to draw something that was in the coloring book and work on my drawing skills. So I wanted there to be blank pages in here for the more creative kids who wanted to actually just freehand draw or color, as well as obviously the coloring pages. So that's why I did that. And then I'm going to show you one more thing. I tried to, of course, each animal has its fact page, but I tried to throw in a couple of other little informative things too. So I've got a few pages that look like this, where it's just still a coloring page, a little bit more information. So I wanted this to be just a little bit more than just simply a coloring book. I wanted there to be some information. You could have your young homeschool kids learn and do this as more of an activity book. And I just wanted to try to make it kind of value added. I wanted it to serve you in more ways than one. So that was my goal here. You can get it on Amazon. I have it listed for $7.99, and it comes in this smooth, glossy. It's very cute. Looks very good. I'm very excited about it. The one really, really important thing that I wanted to share with you about this, if you are planning on purchasing this, and I'm going to have a link down in the description for you. If you are planning on supporting me in purchasing this, thank you. The thing that you could do to really, really help me and truly support me is purchase it, and then once you get it, leave a review, a 5-star review. Please, please, please. Because the cool thing about publishing books through Amazon, and one of the reasons I was drawn to it is because it goes beyond just this amazing audience. Amazon is worldwide. Everybody uses it, and more people than just who is subscribed to this YouTube channel may go into Amazon, open it up, and search farm animals coloring book. Now, the way that Amazon sorts that is by review. So the more people who leave a review on a product, the higher up the search it goes. And I looked at this before I decided to create this one. There's not a whole lot of competition for it. There are a lot of AI generated farm animal coloring books. You can pick them apart from the other ones really easily. They look really fake. They look very AI generated, and those are all really low because nobody's purchasing them. There's no reviews for them. And then there are like maybe 2 or 3 farm animal coloring books that are ahead of me, obviously, that are like up there in the search that have reviews. And there's only one farm animal coloring and like facts book. that is up there and has reviews. So that means I actually have real potential for this product to show up on Amazon when people search for it, and then people would be interested in purchasing it because it has, you know, let's say 7 of you purchase it and leave a 5-star review and comment and say, really cute coloring book, my kids loved it. People are way, way more likely to then purchase this because of your review. So that would be what really helps me, is not only purchasing it, which thank you, but then going back and leaving a 5-star review and saying a little something nice about it, because that, again, will help me show up when people go into Amazon and search farm animal coloring book. And that's just, it's the cool thing about it is that I'm done. I don't have any more work to do. I did the work. I created it. I spent the hours and I made this, and now it's up there. It's a print on demand. I don't print it. I don't ship it. Amazon does everything. And for the rest of my life, or for the rest of the time that Amazon operates the way it's operating currently, I can profit off of this being on Amazon. And the more reviews it gets, the more likely I will. So I ask you to please do that. That would help me so, so very much. And guys, oh, I'm just so excited. I literally, my chest feels like it could burst. I'm so excited to have my very first physical product coming out of Faith and Arrow Homestead. We've been at this for 2.5, it'll be 3 years in October of me working on this brand and establishing, you know, myself and who I want to be, what I want this brand to be, what kind of value I want to add to the world. We're establishing our community, and it just feels like, I don't know, it feels like a milestone. It feels like a stepping stone to finally bring you guys this first physical product. There's still steps yet, because I want to create things that I can actually send you guys directly. The shirts, the reason it's taking me so long to get the shirts situated is because I'm actually going to make them. I'm not doing print on demand, at least not now. I'm not saying I never will in the future as this brand grows and my audience grows. I probably will eventually do it that way, but for now, I want to make the shirts. I want to be involved. I'm still at the stage in all of this where I don't want to hand it off to somebody. I want to be involved in it. So this is definitely an entry level physical product for me in terms of what I want this brand to eventually be and what kind of products I want to eventually sell. But it's a start, you know, it's a start. I'm getting my feet wet, dipping my toe in the water, getting started, and oh, it just feels so good. And when it came in the mail and I held it in my hands and Tom was standing there with me, I was like, babe, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Oh, it's so exciting. And then I told you guys in my last video, I think, that I'm opening a home bakery, a little micro bakery here in my home, and I'm going to be selling sourdough bread. So I'm putting myself out there, you know, and I'm using the interests and the passions and the skills that God has gifted me to serve others and my community, and just, I don't know, it feels right. It feels so good. So thanks for listening. And to those of you who purchased this coloring book and leave a review, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, a million times thank you. I'm so grateful. And for all of you who have been watching my videos and commenting, liking, sharing, those of you that have subscribed, I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. Gosh, my heart is just so full today. I'm so grateful. Thank you. I can't wait to see you guys in my next video. Have faith and keep moving forward.